Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Yosef. This is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com. Also, I am the founder materials writer for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So thank you for contacting my website. Let's take a look at what you said here. You say, hey, I took the TOEFL, got a really bad score even though I prepared for it. My reading is only 10. My reading speed is 115 words a minute, and comprehension is 65%. I couldn't even read all the passages. I only saw 3. I guess, if not less, I have to take the TOEFL as soon as possible. Any advice on how to improve my speed and comprehension? Yes, I do have some advice there, but you know what? You're definitely moving in the right direction here. I mean, a lot of students I talk to, they have no idea what their reading speed is, and you know. That tells me that you've actually studied. You've probably taken a reading class maybe. You might be doing some things on the internet, so that's actually a good sign. You also know what your comprehension is, which is 65%. So the way to improve your speed and reading comprehension is really 3 things. You need good vocabulary, both basic and academic vocabulary, so you need to get a good list. You'll notice at Better TOEFL Scores I do have a 1,700 word vocabulary list that you can download today. So study your vocabulary regularly. Now, it doesn't mean just getting a list and reading the list. You need to take the words from the list and put them onto note cards and begin regularly studying those note cards. That's number 1. Now, number 2 is to practice reading extensively. You need to practice reading for about 45 to 60 minutes every day. You need to do this over several months. Now, at first, when you try to do this, you won't be able to concentrate for 45 or 60 minutes. So maybe the first day that you do your extended reading, you might find a book from Barnes & Noble, Bibliomania.com, or whatever, but you'll find a longer book, maybe a novel that's maybe 300 or 400 pages long, and you sit down and read. Maybe the first day you can read only 15 or 20 minutes. Hey, that's better than nothing. That's a good start. The next day, try to read for 25 or 30 minutes. The next day, try to go for 35 minutes. And finally, try to work up to where you can read comfortably for about 60 minutes without stopping. That means you're not talking on the phone, you're not answering the door when somebody knocks, you're strictly focusing on your reading practice. So that's very important. That's the second thing. The third thing you need to do is understand the TOEFL IBT question types. For example, during the TOEFL, you'll have questions called charts and schematic tables. That's typically at the end of the reading passage. You'll have a series of questions, maybe 13 or question 14 there. You also have what's called rhetorical questions, main idea questions, paraphrasing questions, vocabulary questions, and so on. So it's important to understand how to identify these question types and know where to find these things in the reading passage. So I think to really improve your reading speed and your comprehension, Yusuf, you have to do a combination of building vocabulary, reading extensively, and then practicing the TOEFL IBT reading strategies for the reading section of the test. Typically, it's a combination of these 3 things that will make a big difference in how quickly you can read and how much you can remember when you read. For more information, go to BetterTOEFLScores.com, and maybe you might consider becoming one of my TOEFL IBT students, where I can work more with you and you can ask more questions, you can do practice tests, you can work on your listening, your reading, your vocabulary, your grammar, your pronunciation. Essentially, you can work on the 7 essential steps needed to get a high TOEFL IBT score. So I can help you, Yusuf, not in just your vocabulary and your reading, but I can help you in your speaking, your writing, and all these other areas of the test. But good luck to you. And again, thank you for contacting me